I'd like to introduce you to my Series 2 movement. I started work on the idea for this watch back in 2004, and it took 2 years to develop the basic movement which we have here. Now, we first started delivering in 2006, and to date in 2011 we've delivered approximately 40 pieces. And so we're just averaging about 10 pieces per year. Now, it's therefore a very exclusive watch, and the reason why we make so few watches is really because of the level of finish and the workmanship that goes into creating each piece. Our workshop is very unique, really, because we do make the watch in-house, and this is very rare in today's watchmaking, and even more so in the British Isles. It's totally unheard of. It's over 20 years ago now when I had the ideas, or the basic ideas, for this particular watch, and I noticed during my time when I was making my very first pocket watches that the modern wristwatch has always been a mass-produced item, and I noticed that some of these watches which I was working on, these pocket watches which had been made in the 1700s and 1800s, they really were made to such a phenomenal standard and quality, and this is something that I felt was lacking in modern horology. And this really is the sort of, if you like, the genesis for this particular mechanism. And what I wanted to do was to create a new English calibre, something which hasn't been done for probably about 40 odd years now. And I wanted to, if you like, put some of these qualities, these English qualities, back into English watchmaking with the creation of a completely new and English wristwatch. So work began in 2004 with the idea, and it gradually grew, and we started to develop the mechanism, and in 2006 delivered the first piece. Since then we've been working on producing approximately 10 pieces per year. Rare, very fortunately hard to find, and the reason why they take so long is simply it's our working methods. I take great pride in this workshop that we make 98% of the watch in-house, and this is very important for me because I want to control the aesthetics, the quality and so on of each and every single component. I have a team of people, 5 people working on these, assembling of these 10 watches per year. So really it goes to show what an intensive and time-consuming piece of work it is to create a mechanism like this. The if you like, the design of it, well, it's very three-dimensional. This is something that I'm very keen on in my watches. I'm wanting to create a watch with lots of different levels, lots of different views, and for me the slimline watches, they really don't interest me because I find that they tend to lack a certain sparkle. So I put a great deal of effort into the aesthetics of the watch, and several of the features of the mechanism is, the first one is this large 3/4 plate here, and this provides great strength and rigidity to the mechanism. This again was a very English feature, and the better quality watches always had a 3/4 plate. We also have this raised barrel bridge here. Now, if you look back in history, the raised barrel bridge was used to conceal the fusee and barrel of a pocket watch. Now what I've done is I've, if you like, put a modern interpretation on it, and I've concealed the upper crown wheel and also the ratchet wheel and also the click underneath there. And again, this is another sort of feature of English work that we've always sort of preferred to have very understated watches. try to conceal as many of the components, and it's just a style that had developed over the many years of great English watchmaking. Underneath this steel bridge here we have a wheel which is driven from the ratchet wheel there, and we have the cone and the lever, which are all components for the up and down, or if you like, the power reserve dial, which is on the front of the watch. All the steel work throughout all my watches has been black polished and also beveled, as is this steel wheel here. And even if we turn it on the side, all the cone and the lever again finished to a very high standard. And this is something that I'm very keen to put into all my work, and to, as I say, just try and put some of this making back into English watchmaking. After all, we were at one point the best in the world, and I feel it's time to, well, in our own, or in my own very small way, is to try and re-establish at least some of the qualities of English watchmaking. Also in my work we have these extensive use of gold chatons, and these are really, if you like, plugs or bushes, and they're secured into the plates with these blued screws, and inside these bushes or these chatons we fit a jewel. And in normal watchmaking they would push the jewel directly into the plate, but what I'm very conscious about is a long-term effects of repairs upon my work, and in many years to come, many generations to come, one of these jewels may wear or become cracked or chipped, and it would be up to the watchmaker to replace that jewel. Now I'm very conscious about the longevity and integrity of these watches, and so I have placed them in these gold chatons, so it means that it's easier for the watchmaker in the future to repair. And all he simply has to do is remove the chaton, take out the jewel, and replace it with a new jewel, and then fit the chaton back into the plate. Now this means that obviously we've not damaged the integrity of the plate, and even if we do lose, if the watchmaker loses the chaton, which does inevitably will happen, the watchmakers can simply turn up a new chaton, fit it in with a new jewel, and as I say, the integrity of the plate has not been compromised in any way. So we have the barrel, centre, third, and the fourth cock. Again, this is made out of gold, and also the pallet cock here, which is has the escape wheel and the pallets underneath it. Again, these are secured down by blued screws, and then we have these steady pins here. Also, the wheels in the watch again are all black polished, and again this is a level of finish that I'm keen to put into my work. And as I say, we apply this black polish to the top side and also the underside of the wheels, and on the top side we also put this bevel around the spokes and the rim.